Have you ever wondered if the warning signs in a relationship are real or just paranoia? Well, here's a valuable tip. A woman's words can reveal a lot about her character and intentions. Some phrases, in particular, are clear signs that you should reconsider the relationship. In this video, we will explore 10 things that, if a woman says, you should leave immediately. Stay with me until the end and find out how these tips can transform your love life. And once again, high value guys. Thank you so much to the channel subscribers. You are my family and I create this content for you. Love you guys. 1. I'm busy right now. You're in a relationship and notice that your partner is constantly saying she's busy. Sure, we all have our responsibilities and commitments, but when this becomes a frequent excuse, it's time to pay attention. At first, it may seem understandable. Work, studies, family, everyone has their demands. However, when she uses "I'm busy right now" as a way to avoid spending time with you, it may indicate a deeper problem. In a healthy relationship, both partners find ways to balance their personal and professional lives, making an effort to be present for each other. If she is always busy and never seems to have time for you, it may be a sign that you are not a priority in her life. A woman who truly cares will find time for you, regardless of how busy she is. This constant behavior can be indicative of a lack of commitment and interest. The key here is reciprocity. If you are always making an effort to be available for her, but she never does the same, it can lead to an emotional imbalance in the relationship. Communication is vital. Try to talk openly about how you feel regarding the frequency with which she says she's busy. If she truly values the relationship, she will be willing to make adjustments. If not, it may be better to reconsider if this relationship is really meeting your emotional needs. 2. It's always about her. Relationships are a two-way street, but if you notice that conversations with your partner always revolve around her, it can be a warning sign. Sure, it's important that each partner feels heard and understood, but when one person monopolizes all conversations and disregards your thoughts and feelings, it becomes problematic. Imagine trying to share something important to you, like a promotion at work, and she immediately changes the subject to something trivial about her life. Maybe she starts talking about the latest Kardashian drama or something else that is irrelevant to what you're saying. This lack of reciprocity and interest in your events is a sign of selfishness and lack of empathy. In a healthy relationship, both partners should be interested in each other's lives and experiences. There should be a balance where both feel valued and respected. If she constantly shifts attention to herself and ignores your achievements or concerns, it demonstrates a lack of consideration and emotional support. The best way to handle this is to try a candid conversation about how you feel. Explain that you would like more balance in the conversations and see how she reacts. If she is willing to change and show more interest in you, great. If not, it might be time to reconsider if this relationship is really the best for you. 3. My ex used to do that. If your partner constantly mentions her ex in various situations, it can be a clear sign that she hasn't moved on from the previous relationship. It's natural for past memories to come up occasionally, but when these mentions are frequent and comparative, it can create unnecessary and harmful tension in the current relationship. For example, you're cooking together and she comments, "My ex used to chop onions differently." This type of comment not only devalues your actions but can also make you feel constantly compared and inadequate. No one wants to feel like they are competing with a ghost from the past. This attitude can indicate that she is using you as an emotional substitute, trying to fill a void left by the previous relationship. This is not fair to you, who deserves to be valued for who you are, not constantly compared to someone from her past. If you notice this pattern, it's important to have an open conversation about how it makes you feel. Explain that these comparisons are uncomfortable and ask if she still has unresolved feelings for her ex. If she continues to mention her ex after that, it can be a sign that she is not emotionally available for a healthy relationship with you. In this case, it's better to evaluate if it's worth continuing to invest emotionally. 4. It's your fault. A clear warning sign in any relationship is when your partner never takes responsibility for her actions and constantly blames you for everything that goes wrong. In a healthy relationship, it's essential that both partners can admit their mistakes and apologize when necessary. If you notice that you are always being blamed, even when it's clearly not your fault, it may indicate a serious problem of emotional maturity. Imagine a situation where you do something that displeases her, and instead of discussing the situation maturely, she immediately blames you, without considering her own actions or behaviors that may have contributed to the problem. This dynamic creates a toxic environment, where you may start to feel always guilty and inadequate. Her inability to take responsibility and apologize appropriately prevents the growth of the relationship and can lead to deep resentments. To handle this, try to approach the subject calmly and assertively. Explain how this blaming attitude affects you and the relationship. If she refuses to see your perspective and continues to blame you for everything, it may be a sign that she is not ready for a healthy and balanced relationship. In this case, it may be better to move on to protect your emotional health. 5. Pointing out flaws. In any relationship, partners should support and help each other grow. However, if your partner is constantly pointing out your flaws without offering constructive feedback, it can be a clear sign of a toxic dynamic. No one is perfect, and we all have areas where we can improve, but a loving partner should help you feel secure and encouraged. Imagine she constantly criticizes your appearance, your choices, or your behavior, without ever offering constructive suggestions or supporting your attempts to change. This type of constant criticism can undermine your self-esteem and create an environment of negativity. A partner who truly cares should be by your side, offering support and encouragement instead of destructive criticism. If she is always focused on your flaws, it may indicate that she is not really interested in seeing you grow and thrive. It's essential to communicate how these criticisms affect you. Tell her that you value constructive feedback but need to feel supported and loved. If she can't change her approach and continues to criticize you without offering support, it may be better to reconsider if this is the type of relationship you want for your life. 6. I have no one else. It's common to hear from partners that they have no one else as a way to emphasize their emotional dependence on you. While it may seem flattering at first, this phrase can signal an unhealthy emotional dependency. In a balanced relationship, both partners should have an external support network and not depend solely on each other for all their emotional needs. When a woman repeatedly says she has no one else, she may be placing undue pressure on you to be her sole source of emotional support. This is not only unsustainable but can also lead to a significant imbalance in the relationship. If she constantly shows herself helpless and depends on you to solve all her problems, it may be a sign that she needs professional support that you cannot provide. You are not a therapist, and trying to assume that role can be exhausting and harmful for both. Talk openly about the importance of having a support network and encourage her to seek professional help if necessary. If she continues to depend solely on you, it's important to evaluate if you are willing to carry this emotional weight. Sometimes, the best choice for both is to go separate ways to ensure each can grow in a healthy way. 7. It wasn't anything serious. Discovering that your partner has been unfaithful is devastating. And it's even worse to hear her say, "It wasn't anything serious." This phrase minimizes the gravity of the betrayal and shows a lack of respect for your feelings. Trust is a fundamental pillar in any relationship, and infidelity is one of the biggest betrayals of that trust. When confronted, if she tries to minimize the situation by saying it was just a meaningless mistake, it demonstrates a lack of understanding about the pain and emotional damage caused by the betrayal. Even if she claims it was a one-time mistake, the emotional impact can be long-lasting and deep. A healthy response to an infidelity situation involves acknowledging the mistake, making sincere apologies, and a genuine effort to rebuild trust. If your partner is not willing to acknowledge the gravity of what she did and work to repair the relationship, it is a clear sign that she does not value the relationship in the same way you do. Reflect on the future of the relationship and whether it is possible to rebuild trust. If she continues to minimize your feelings and the gravity of the situation, it may be healthier for you to move on and seek a relationship where trust and respect are mutual and genuine. 8. You're too sensitive. Communication is essential in any relationship, and disregarding a partner's feelings with phrases like, "you're too sensitive," is a significant warning sign. In a healthy relationship, partners should feel safe to express their emotions without fear of being ridiculed or disregarded. When she says you're too sensitive, she is invalidating your feelings and concerns. This can create a dynamic where you feel discouraged from sharing your emotions and vulnerabilities. A partner who cares should offer empathy and support, not dismiss your emotions. If you notice that she frequently minimizes your feelings, it's important to communicate how this affects you. Explain that everyone has the right to their emotions and that it's essential for both to feel heard and understood. If she cannot provide the emotional support you need and continues to disregard your emotions, it may be a sign that the relationship is not aligned with your emotional needs. Reevaluate whether this is the type of relationship that promotes your emotional well-being. Empathy and mutual support are fundamental for a healthy and lasting relationship. 9. Obey me. When your partner starts demanding obedience, it is a clear sign of a power imbalance in the relationship. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, open communication, and individual autonomy. Requests for obedience indicate an attempt to control that is harmful and unsustainable. Imagine she constantly dictates your actions, from your daily activities to your social interactions. This not only limits your freedom but also creates an environment where you may feel like you are constantly walking on eggshells to avoid conflict. A healthy partner should encourage your independence and support your personal interests. When she asks you to give up your hobbies or friendships, it is a clear sign of manipulation and control. If she resorts to ultimatums, forcing you to choose between her and other important parts of your life, this indicates a toxic power dynamic. It is crucial to establish clear boundaries and communicate the importance of respecting your autonomy. If she is unwilling to change her controlling behavior, it may be necessary to reconsider the viability of the relationship. Your freedom and personal happiness should be priorities. 10. You are cheating on me. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and unfounded accusations of cheating can quickly erode this foundation. A little jealousy may be natural, but when your partner constantly accuses you of cheating without reason, it indicates serious trust issues. If she frequently snoops through your phone, interrogates you about your activities, and questions your interactions with others, it creates an environment of distrust and anxiety. These unfounded accusations are not only emotionally exhausting but also can indicate her own insecurities and unresolved issues. To deal with these accusations, try an honest and open approach. Explain how these baseless suspicions are affecting you and the relationship. Trust must be cultivated and maintained by both partners. If she continues to distrust without reason and refuses to work on building trust, it may be a sign that the relationship lacks the necessary foundation to be healthy and lasting. Consider if it's worth investing in a relationship where trust is constantly being questioned. A healthy relationship should be built on mutual trust, respect, and open communication. If these elements are missing, it may be time to move on. These are the 10 warning signs you should look for in a relationship. If you notice any of these behaviors, it's crucial to assess whether this relationship is really healthy and meets your emotional needs. Remember, you deserve a relationship that supports and values you. See you next time.